This is Travis, and welcome to Drunk Talk. Stay sober, my friends.
What's going on, brothers and sisters? Travis coming back at you with another round of Drunk Talk. Today I want to talk about triggers. There was a Russian scientist that had, he said it's Pavlovian conditioning is what it really is. What happened was this Russian scientist had a group of dogs. He would ring a dinner bell, and the dogs would come up and eat their food. So he conditioned them to, once they hear the dinner bell ring, they'd start to salivate, and then they would get their food. Well, he eventually conditioned them where, all he had to do is ring the dinner bell and they would start drooling as if they were getting ready to eat. That's how drinking is. As you become addicted to alcohol or, have it a part of your life more than just a casual drinker, you start to condition yourself. You start to rewire your brain, so to speak, to condition yourself to have these subconscious triggers. For instance, you've been working all day, you get off of work, everything's fine, you get off of work, all of a sudden you get home and you want to start drinking. See, you're conditioning yourself, you're doing it day in and day out and day in and day out, and you're just rewiring your brain, so when you get home, you just subconsciously think, okay, I need to drink. Or Friday comes around, you do it every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whatever your routine is, you know what I'm saying, every Friday. Everything's fine until Friday, and then all of a sudden, Friday evening when you get off of work, you just have this burning desire to go drink that you can't fight. That's what this conditioning is. That's part of your subconscious mind taking control of the situation. The thing is, you have to understand this, and then you have to condition yourself to have a negative thought that's attached to that. And that's going to help you fight these triggers, so to speak. For me, like I said, if I ever have something that I feel as a trigger, I automatically attach a negative experience with drinking to that. Whatever that may be. If you're quitting drinking, I'm sure you've had a negative experience in some way. So I'm just going to throw one out there. Let's say, I don't know, you passed out and pissed your pants one time. And that was a really embarrassing thing for you, whatever it is. I don't know. So every time you have this trigger, okay, like Friday night, think immediately, I passed out and pissed my pants. Don't think, oh man, I'm going to miss out on something, or I'm going to, whatever. You don't attach a good thought to it. Attach a negative thought to that. As soon as you have that feeling, attach that negative thought to it. And that's going to help you get through it. For most people, usually it's the first 14 days that's the toughest as far as the actual chemical pull. You're actually physically addicted to alcohol for about 14 days. 24 hours is usually the strongest pull. So that's why you get into a 24-hour cycle where, you're actually physically addicted to the chemical. And these are so if you can, the first day is going to be the toughest. And then there's usually a 14-day window in there where your body's actually you have a physical addiction, and it's not a mental or psychological condition. So once you get past that 14 days, it's all about rewiring these triggers, so to speak. And all these triggers they take part in your subconscious mind. So you have to be aware of it. You have to be aware of why you're being triggered and what's triggering you, and be aware of the feelings that are coming into your being. And that's what a good part of meditation is good for. Is if you're taking, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day to just focus on your breathing and understanding yourself. When these triggers come up, you're going to be aware of the situation. And like I said, you can attach a negative thought to the alcohol. I mean, people want to do what's comfortable for them. We're always going to naturally go, we're humans, we're just like any other animal that's out there. We're always going to do the easiest thing possible. We're not going to stress ourselves. Because when we're stressed, we don't like that. We like to be comfy. We like to, whether it's good or bad, we like to be comfy. And we've become comfortable with drinking. So we're trained now to be comfortable with that. And when we don't drink, we get stressed. So we have to reteach ourselves. So I would recommend, just doing 5 minutes of meditation a day. Whether you feel like you want to drink or not, like I said, just to breathe and be comfortable with oneself, and just understand, get to know yourself and get to know what's triggering you. That way, when these things come, you can attach a negative thought, move on. Or just, sit down, take a few deep breaths, move on. But triggers it's about being aware of them. That's the biggest part. Because like I said, they're in the subconscious mind. It's all about bringing them to the surface, into the conscious, if you will, and saying, I see you. Now, I recognize you. Bad thought, push away. I don't know. I hope that helps with triggers. Give you a little insight to what I do. Like I said, if I ever have the thought of drinking, which it pops up from time to time, usually in the summertime or something when everybody's having a good time and you're like, oh man, I wish I could have a beer or whatever. As soon as that thought comes in, I attach a negative thought to it and I kick it out. I mean, me personally, it's not one specific thing, like, oh, I pissed my pants. It's just, I immediately think, complete destruction of my life, and I'm going to lose everything. Throw it away. I don't know. Until next time, people, much love, and peace out.